So chat, we're jumping back into
What?
PowerWash Sim 2. Not 2. 1. So we can eventually make it to 2. But we got
Give me a second.
bonus jobs. Okay. Can I read the bonus job while you're doing stuff?
Maybe.
Okay. We finished all the odd jobs, so we have all the Muckingham Files left to do. Although some of these I'm seeing is just, this is only 1, this is 2, and this is 2. So maybe they get shorter and shorter. We'll see. But the Muckingham Files part 1, although there is part 6. Well, so we did the first 2, and the satellite dish took forever. So we did not finish it. Or we did finish it, but we did not finish part 1. So we still have to clean the solar station. Mauka Aitu Desert, if I'm butchering that again, I'm sorry. Dirt Fyndir General, hi. How are you? All good, I hope? Excellent. Same. I'm Anna, head of coordinistics at Thrust Industries. Hello. And I have an exciting opportunity for you. Now, I don't know how much you know about solar energy and, in particular, solar farming. Don't worry, we're not putting cows on the surface of the sun. Nothing like that. I'm sorry. No, we utilize the energy from the sun by trapping in a complex photovoltaic cells that form structures that we call solar panels. Let me riddle you this. What's good for you but bad for us? Give up? I'll tell you. Dirt. LOL. We're talking major reductions on efficiency when the cells are obscured, and that's the sitch we're currently finding ourselves in, which is where you come in. You'll be delighted to learn that we've secured funding to get the entire facility clean, so don't think you're coming all this way just to wipe down a few dirty panels. We wouldn't do that to you. I'll move out of the way from that. And that's all you get at the bottom. Do you need me to wait longer?
No.
Okay. All right. Clean the solar station. We're checking. Are you okay? I hope I'm okay. Oh, we're checking you are okay. I mean, same thing. Also, I used her since it depends on the day I'm at the dentist. There are 2 where I go. Oh, fair. And then I have to make it so co-op is on so Fyndir can join. And I have to change my outfit every time. Clothing. Oh, no, I'm the same.
So it's co-op on now?
It should be, yeah.
Okay.
Stream is drunk?
Yeah, PowerWash Sim crashed twice when I was trying to launch it.
Oh,
so
shit.
that's why I was having a problem.
No, that's fair. Let me know. Well, I'm sure I might know if you crash, but let me know if you crash again.
I mean, yeah.
Whoa, how did you jump so fucking high? Off my head?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We've got solar panels and this facility. Thrust Industries. Please feel free to clean the facility in whichever way you please, so long as it is systematic, efficient, and allows for its reopening at the earliest possible opportunity. Okay.
Okay. Where would you like to start?
I started on the solar panels. Mega appreciated. All right. Mega appreciated, apparently. Figured the solar panels might be satisfying. Does it have a little lip? No, it doesn't seem to. Or at least not enough to matter. Why is Steam drunk? What did Steam do? Also, let me know, Chad, if volume needs to be adjusted. It shouldn't, but just in case.
I think the alcohol content of Steam would depend on what you boiled.
Oh my god. These birds are back? And I swear to god.
Yeah, we're in the desert.
They never leave. They
Where
live
birds
here.
live.
Clearly. I'm looking at a type of The typing of the dead VTuber fan game, and according to Steam, it is similar to Honey Pop. Oh no, not a band game. Not the TOS game. I would hope it's not. Steam's games similar to is always so vastly wrong for me.
Oh, well, that's because it's just based on popularity.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny for a meme, but never take it seriously.
Yeah. Like, when Kita was finding out, although Kita did not go based off Steam, it was a Reddit thread that said strange horticulture was like Dredge, which that person needs to be talked to. But anyway, not that they aren't both good games in their own respect. They're just, like, not really alike in any way, other than vibes, I guess.
They're alike in dignity.
Yeah, fair. But, like, if you're looking for the gameplay of Dredge, that is nothing like it. But when I looked to see what Steam would recommend for games for Dredge, I don't remember what the second one was, but it definitely said Soma. And I'm like, disagree. Like, not even in vibe. That's a different kind of uncomfortable feeling, but, like, not even similar. It is even the same type of game. Honey Pop is a match 3 kind of game. The fan game is typing of the dead style, yeah. Wild. I was thinking they were going based off the fact, like, anime style art, but
it's literally just popular with the same users. Like,
oh, so they just assume it's similar?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all it is.
That calls out a lot of people that play, apparently, the typing of the dead style game.
I could be wrong, of course, but, like, if anyone has data on how it actually works, or like
I don't know.
Post from Valve, let me know. But that's my understanding of it. Is it's just
pulling that data.
It's just pulling, like, hey, these are popular with the same people, therefore they must be, therefore they are recommended.
Also,
kind of thing.
Just as a note to anyone, please don't stand on solar panels like I am doing. That's not good for a solar panel.
I mean, I think that kind of goes for most things. You shouldn't stand on.
I mean, yeah. We're not always on things that are, like, fragile, though.
If it's not designed to be stood on, don't stand on it.
Yeah. A good rule of thumb. Oop. There you go. Yum. What do you mean I only have 28 hours in Honey Pop? Simonas? Calling yourself out? I mean, I know the gameplay itself is like a puzzle game, but I know I'm also not allowed to play it on Twitch. That I do know. I don't think there's anything there. Okay. What the fuck else? Hello? Oh, this lip. I saw glow. Oh, okay. Ah, there we go. This solar panel, get. Sick. I think I've mentioned it before. I think you have, yeah. That sounds familiar. Because I remember you saying, like, the gameplay is actually fun. Hello? Something sounded eerie, and I'm not sure if it was in game or in real life, but nothing's outside. It almost sounded like the noise right before BTs, or like your sensor in Death Stranding starts hearing BTs. It's like that off chord, like, of just, like, unsettling thing is nearby. But obviously my PS5 is not on, nor actually is it plugged in. Shit, because if it is, that means my Switch Lite has not been charging. Oh my god, the new fucking Animal Crossing update chat is slowing down my Switch so bad with how many people are visiting my island and walking around my island. It's a problem. My Switch Lite can't handle it. I'm in like slow motion. That's what I get for what?
Having a cute island.
It's because I finished it, so now I have like what, 8 people walking around my island? On top of my villagers. I'm assuming that's what's slowing it down, because it wasn't really slowing down until I got farther into the update.
They shouldn't be standing on your villagers.
That would cause a problem. Fair.
Okay, what the fuck?
Huh?
I can run all the way over here.
I don't know where you are.
Exactly.
Are you on top of that rock? How do I even zoom? I don't remember. Not that. Nope. I don't remember how to zoom. Oh, there you are. You're on a different rock. It looks like, is that a gnome? That might be a gnome then, that I'm seeing on this rock that I thought was you. It was just so silhouetted I couldn't tell, but then once you started moving around, I'm like, oh, I was even, oh, you can't make it over there, but that's definitely a gnome up there. Do you see what I'm seeing?
I'm not sure if there is a zoom button.
Yeah, there might not be. I know my island had some slowdown when I finished it. My island has always had slowdown at the, like, in the middle towards my, like, nook store, not store, the, like, town hall. That kind of thing has always had slowdown in the middle of the day, but I usually have the time to afternoon, evening, although I haven't been recently. But usually it's only slowdown there, not at the rest of the island. And so I assumed it was just something to do with, like, daytime shadows, lighting with the items I had around there. But now it's been happening all over my island during the day. And I'm like, what the fuck? I might have to start doing evening. It's just was doing during the day because of things closing earlier. And see if it's better. But it wasn't usually an issue unless I was in the center of my island, which I'm only in for like 2 seconds, so. It's very rude.
Yeah.
At least the sand is easy to see on harsh lights. Or on harsh, it's like a harsh light on dark colors, which is nice for the solar panels. Just Nintendo trying to force you to switch, I guess. Or maybe they just didn't test how a Switch Lite would run with the new update. Just like, damn it. But also it could be entirely based on what I have on my island. Like maybe certain items are causing slowdown too. Like too many flowers. I do have a shit ton of flowers. Which I have heard can do that. I just don't have them in one area. All my flowers are like along the river and stuff. Or along paths. And again, it wasn't really a problem until the new update. But whatever. I'm practically done with the update, just like I'm done in terms of designing all rooms, but apparently anytime you invite someone to a VIP room, you have to redesign it. 5 timbers! 5 timbers.
4 years. It's been a good time in this wonderful community with this awesome streamer.
Aww.
2. Fyndir is looking snazzy.
Aw, thank you. Fyndir is looking so snazzy. Doesn't he look so fancy? Thank you, 5 Timbers, for 48 months of support. I appreciate the heck out of you. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for being a part of this wonderful community, you wonderful being. Thank you, thank you. It is the loneliest number. It's just like the text-to-speech went 1 and then started the sentence. But yeah, there are new Nook Miles tickets, which is annoying. There are 3. One's for, spoilers. One is for X amount of rooms redesigned. By just doing the amount, all of the rooms, you get 2 of the 3 stamps. The 3rd stamp is designing 20 rooms. So, like, I have to do it at some point anyway to complete that. And then another one is crafting the items for Cap'n to send off, which is just going to take its own time. Fuck that. That's just when I can. I'm annoyed because obviously I already did the Nook Miles ticket of crafting X amount of items too, and that could have been a part of that. And I'm actually really annoyed that it's just the same fucking thing. And it's just like, it's just tedious because it's just getting a lot of materials to be able to craft said items, and sometimes you can't craft them and they might disappear in a few days. I don't know when. I don't know if it's like after a week or after X amount of days, because sometimes the next day it is the same list of craftable items, and then all of a sudden it's an entirely new list the like next day. And so I haven't actually timed it to figure out when it switches over. But that sucks if you were trying to get flowers for a wreath or something like that, and you didn't have enough because it's like, I want 3 of these. And it's like, okay, I don't have that many of that flower of that color. I need to wait for them to regrow. And by that point, it's gone. So just annoying. Not my favorite thing. And then the 3rd one is inviting people to rooms. And I don't know how many people you need to do. It's 1 and then 5. And then I don't know the 3rd because I haven't done 5 yet. But you can only do that once you have the last room designed, basically. And then you have to design a room for them every time. So I'm like, okay, well, this just coincides with the designing extra rooms than there are. So it's like, I guess I'll destroy the rooms that I made so I can finish this Nook Miles ticket thing. It's like silly though. It feels like, why did I even design them if you're gonna make me redesign them? Also, if you don't have the Happy Home, I don't know where I'm missing. If you don't have the Happy Home DLC, you can't do more stuff with the hotel rooms. There we go. So, like, you can't make them bigger. You can't do sounds, certain lighting. It's like you only get a certain size room and can't mess with anything else. So that's interesting. I do have it, so I didn't know that until I looked it up from other people complaining about it. Like, how do you get your room bigger? Oh, that's how. You need Happy Home. Hydrate, I can do that, Knock. Thank you so much for redeeming Hydrate. Are we on Mars? You know, that's not an unfair assumption, because I believe we have been on Mars before with anti-grav. However, I believe we're just in a desert.
Sounds made up. I don't know how we would get to Mars.
I think we were on one of them. One of the bonus jobs.
No, that doesn't sound canon.
All right. Enact my evil plan. A flat like an apartment. Oh. Just don't get in trouble. Take care of yourself. Be safe. Please. Be safe.
Well.
I cannot encourage any actions on stream
Ever.
for the safety of myself
Any kind.
and like, you know, the channel. But just make sure to take care of yourself. Any kind. There we go. Thrust Industries. You may notice as you work that some of the apparatus appears at least to be uninformed, to be linked to the water industry. Nothing could be further from the truth. Okay. what, like the solar energy, it's not actually solar and it's water energy?
I was wondering about that with the giant tank and like some of the pump-looking equipment over here.
That said, it is linked to the water industry, but those parts are purely legacy and not integral to the current operations. Okay, but we have to clean them. Would that be like, why would you hide that anyway? Because like that's also can be a clean source of energy,
Well,
unless you're using drinking water.
They could be telling the truth that it's just like old equipment.
Yeah, like maybe explaining why you're cleaning that too. Because probably the devs are like, well, we can't just have solar panels. I think this is, the Muckingham Files are a story in themselves, but...
Yes.
Yeah. So, I mean, anything could mean anything in these.
You just got to keep track of what they're telling you.
Yeah, I'm going to forget. Especially with how far
Don't.
apart we might do them. Although maybe
Take
not.
notes.
Take notes. When I saw that not all of them have 3, we might actually be able to take care of these sooner rather than later. We still have the DLC, but then we can finally, once we're done, we can finally uninstall and do PowerWash 2 at some point. And finally see what they did with that.
You're so obsessed with uninstalling.
Yeah, saving room on my computer.
It's fine, we can get you more space. How expensive could storage be?
I don't know what's... There we go. Don't monologue your evil plan. That's how they get you. SpongeBob evil laugh gif. Hell yeah. Man dark laugh. Ah ha ha. Ah ha 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 ha. Am I too old for that reference? Does anyone else? I know Fyndir does.
Yeah, I totally know who Mandark is.
You do, don't you? Don't make me question.
It doesn't sound familiar.
Actually?
Mandark from.
Like, are you being serious?
Yeah, what's Mandark from?
It's from Dexter's laboratory.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sometimes you act like you don't know something and you do. So, like...
I never in my life.
Anyway. Mandark is awesome, as awful as he is. Good foil hat for Dexter, yeah. It's basically like the Dib of Invader Zim, except Mandark, I think, is actually trying to be like a little evil kid. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while since I've seen Dexter. My dad even has like shirts from Dexter's Lab. Oh my god. When I went to go see my dad, other than a lot of other fun things that we always expect from my father, he has an animatronic up to like half my height. So like what, 2.5 feet at least high, of a gremlin animatronic in his downstairs now in his den. He gave it like 3D glasses, or it already had them, I'm not sure. He made a popcorn bucket for him to hold and just saved a theater jumbo soda for like him to drink, like have in both hands. But it like talks and moves and its eyes glow. The fuck? Hi, bear. You don't get food yet. Not yet. He's looking at me like, when? Mother, I crave the food. Saw quite a bit of Dexter's Lab, but it's been a long time. Yeah, it's been a long time since I watched it, but I did watch the shit out of it. Omelette du fromage. That's like the most common thing. Don't know why he's here, other than to be cute. Hope he doesn't try to lay on my desk again, but we'll see. Scree. Nice. I watched a lot of Cartoon Network as a whole, though. Because my dad watched it, so therefore I did.
Yeah, I didn't have Cartoon Network.
Did you not?
No.
Hmm.
We didn't have... I was one of the last families I knew to get any kind of, like, cable or satellite.
Oh, fair. My dad likes technology enough, so he would get some newer things. Like, I had a family
my mom had
computer.
a tendency to just... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say we had a family computer before my friends, because my dad just really wanted a computer. Continue.
My mum had a tendency to just kind of go on rants about how, well, growing up she didn't have a television and she just had to go to school and got really good at picking up on what other people were talking about to fit in, because she had to pretend she knew what everyone was talking about on the playground about
Yeah,
what
that sounds
shows they
healthy.
watched. Yeah.
One more solar panel, or at least of these ones. I don't know what that is over there, but... Oh, look. Fyndir made this all nice and clean.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah. Watched a lot of Dexter's Lab, but Samurai Jack is my true love. I didn't watch as much Samurai Jack, but I think it's just the time it was on. I watched a lot of Powerpuff Girls. I did watch a shit ton of Powerpuff Girls. Courage the Cowardly Dog. A shit ton of Courage. Trying to think, because sometimes I mix up Nickelodeon with Cartoon Network, because I watched intermittently both. So I was about to say Angry Beavers, and I'm like, wait, that's Nickelodeon. I did watch, obviously, Invader Zim as well, which may or may not be Nickelodeon. I don't remember. I feel like it was Nickelodeon. Oh, Baron's here. It is Nickelodeon? Okay. I was right. Come on, Bear. Come lay. Or don't. I guess go over there. You gonna lay here? Hi, Bear. You have like a half hour, my son.
He's just done that never let them know your next move, grindset.
Yeah.
As the youth say.
Well, at least I'm not making it itchy and worse. What? Good. It is still a little dirty.
I mean,
Not worse.
I guess it's fine when you're getting distracted with a cat while I'm busy doing the real work.
You're welcome. You also love my cat, and you want him to have all the love.
You can't prove that.
Come on, Bear. Night, Demonas. You get all the rest. You take care of yourself. Thank you for hanging out. I scare very easily, plus it's a fair amount of like body horror. For Courage, oh yeah, that's fair. Courage had some unsettling shit. You get all the rest, Demonas. Thank you for hanging out with us and being here. I appreciate you.
Night, D-Money.
Does Bear want to go here? Puff Girls was one of the rare Cartoon Network shows that got shown on non-cable channels. Oh, really? Hi, McCory. I will say with affection and caring, what the fuck is the stream title? Fyndir. I was like, what do I name my Fyndir? And what do I name my Fyndir? What do I name my stream
title?
What do I name my stream? And he came up with that. I actually didn't even know that meme. He had to then send me the meme.
What's wrong with the stream title, McCory?
Oh, God, Baron. Baron did that. All right, anyway. You can name your partners now. I asked Fyndir, what do I name my Fyndir?
Chat, let me ask you this. If Kat said, hey, we can date, but you have to change your name.
Oh my God. Don't answer it. I don't need to know. Oh my God. Ed, Ed and Eddie, I did watch a lot of Ed, Ed and Eddie. I will not lie. I watched a lot of that because it was on before school. hi, Bear. He's back. Never mind. Oh my god, Baron. Powerpuff. Oh no, I read that. Okay. Funny thing, my country showed a lot of Canadian cartoons when I was a kid. I don't even know if I would have known if something was Canadian versus American.
I tried to get chat interested in Canadian cartoons, but they all yelled at me and called me
Nobody
old.
yelled at you. We just didn't know what it was.
I don't know, I remember being screamed at for like an hour.
Uh-huh. Such a weird fucking dating requirement. Hey, let's make dynamic immediately weird. Yeah. Sounds right. Don't expect such lewd insinuations in this pious Christian stream space. Uh-huh.
What lewd insinuations? What the fuck are you talking about?
Technically, you did change your name from Fyndir Gaming. That is true. But that was something he was
force
working
me
on.
to do that.
No. You checked often.
Kat said, you know what, I can't date a gamer.
I can't date a gamer. I can only date gamers. I don't think I could date someone who wasn't a gamer.
You have to hide that part of yourself. It's too shameful.
God. Definitely, totally what happened. Hi, Dragon Rana. Hello, hello. The true minority, we need more representation of gamers. Oh my god. All right, solar panels out here. Done. These units.
Gamers, why is that?
Look done. Enter did great. Pipe.
Try to do as much of this as I can without moving any of the equipment.
Yeah, that's what I do for until I'm forced
Which is
to.
making some of them really awkward.
Fair.
Oh, this T-pipe still isn't done.
What is not done here? What? Is it
I
just
am
weird?
noticing
There we go.
the pipes all have weird seams that feel
Yeah.
odd to me.
That was a seam I was having trouble with, I assume. Immediately speedrunning getting blocked. No gamers. Then who am I supposed to talk to about said hypothetical partner? No gaming, apparently. That's why I could never do it. Like, when people have completely separate interests, like, fine if you like different types of games, but, like, it takes knowing a little bit about games to understand what your partner's talking about, even if you don't know the game they're talking about. And if you don't know games at all, I don't know how people do that. I don't know how people can do that dating. It's so... I mean, like,
well,
obviously... Or they have something else in common, but, like... Huh?
If I've learned anything from watching sitcoms, it's that the healthy thing to do is repress everything about yourself and change who you are as a person and all your hobbies and interests and even your friends.
Sounds healthy.
And that's how you get in a relationship. And then you just kind of... Once you're in a relationship, it's done. You did it.
You did it. You don't need
and
friends.
So you never have to do anything ever again.
Oh my god. I don't get it. My personal I could never is someone who basically has no interest in music. Yes, I've met people who don't listen to music actively. That's bizarre to me. Like, I know River wasn't much into music when I first met them, but they weren't much into anything other than books. It was just books. They never watched movies when they were younger, shows or anything, but they're like now like certain soundtracks and listen to music when they drive and Although they love classical music, and I'm like, you need to change channel. I'm gonna fall asleep because I'm driving. But like now, we both will like sing along to songs. But if someone was actively like against listening to music, that'd be hard. I
Probably
think.
great contributions to the science of geography River could have made.
Oh my god.
Think of all the new rocks they could have discovered.
All of them. But didn't because of me.
Yep. Your corrupting anti-book influence.
Well, River still likes books. Yay. You don't get turned to Bach? There's literally a classical station that whenever we go driving in the evening, it's on that, and I'm like, River, you gotta change that. Sometimes I'm like awake enough that I don't even realize it's playing because we're talking about other stuff. But like, if I need to, if I'm like, this is making me fall asleep so bad, we gotta change it. Sorry. Though sometimes every once in a while they apparently play video game theme music, but that's like orchestra classical style, which is
That's
fun.
a weird mix.
Did it just say? Oh, I think it was the ladder it hovered on. I thought I could. Well, it was playing like Final Fantasy music actually a lot. And then some like variants of remixes that made it more classical. Of like Zelda or Mario. There was like some Mario Galaxy being played. But that's only like, I think on Saturday, so like we never get to hear it. And it's not, it's only like once a month. Stinky Saturday. Obviously.
And they invite the gamers to stay inside and listen.
Yeah. That's the only time we're allowed. But I remember once being like, I know this song. And it was fucking Kefka. I'm like, oh my god, no. Get me out of here. If you're falling asleep to classical, just turn on Rush E. Oh my god, Rush E. I mean, if people develop interest over time, music, that's totally fine. I just mean someone who actively rejects even trying new music. Oh, see, like River had to drive on 9-hour drives with me back home from school, and I am not driving 9 hours without music. So River had to listen to my iPod. River was actually constantly impressed that, because one time they like spent most of the drive quizzing me, not most of it, but like a good portion of it, quizzing me on like the first 2 seconds, would I know either the artist or the title? Usually just the artist. Because some of the titles, like Fall Out Boy shit, I'm not going to remember the title of half their things. They're like novels. But River was always so fucking surprised and impressed that by the first note or two, I would already know the song. I'm like, so it was funny to watch River be fascinated by my knowledge of music. But it's only music I knew. If I've heard it on the radio, the problem is I may not know the title or artist ever. I just know the song.
And
Hi,
now,
Lisa. Hello. Huh?
And now, River's favorite kind of music.
Yes?
I was asking.
Oh. It varies. Like, we both love the El Paso Elsewhere soundtrack. Oh, Thrust Industries. You may well ask, why install a solar farm in the middle of a desert on top of a water station? Well, it makes sense to do solar in a desert, son. All right, continue. Of course, it goes without saying that asking a question doesn't necessitate an answer. Oh, wow. Why bring it up? I didn't have that question until you asked or said it. I think we're all too fixated on having our questions answered these days. Don't you agree? You're weird. That's what I think. The fuck was this conversation? Okay, they're done.
Anyway, you're wrong. River's favorite kind of music is rock.
Oh, okay. River does know rock, but that's mostly because, like, old classic rock, because of their parents.
Cat.
What? Oh, because of geography. Yeah, okay. You remember River's has a geography major or geology major more than me and River remember. I get those two words mixed up. Yay! I am gonna snooze this a little bit so that way I'm closer to when Baron gets fed. I'm willing to compromise on quite a bit, but if someone legit doesn't have any interest in music, I couldn't. That's fair. That's like me in video games. I feel like they have to have even just like a little bit of interest in video games. Because that is basically what I do in my life.
Yeah, or they could just like buy a Steam account and start pretending.
Oh my god.
Not that I would know anything about doing that.
Uh-huh. You wouldn't have found me if you didn't like video games. Because I know how you found me. Haven't actively listened to music for a while, but apparently 70,000 listening minutes on a true crime podcast. Nice. River listens to some podcasts. I don't remember the name of it. They do nonfiction book podcast, like each podcast is about a nonfiction book, and they are hilarious. It's two guys. One's named Michael, and I don't remember the other one's name. But they are very entertaining in how they talk about these books. So River's like, we're doing a long drive. I'm going to play one of these podcasts. I'm like, okay. I mean, obviously a big portion of relationships is being willing to listen to what your partner's super interested in. It's just like there has to be some overlap inherently, I feel like. Because like I said, you don't have to like the same games, but to understand video games, you have to know a video game, you know? Like my mom's so confused when I describe stuff to her. She's my mom. She doesn't need to have the same interests. It's just trying to explain something when she doesn't even understand what like a mechanic is, or what like controls are, or why like controller versus keyboard is like a big thing, whatever, like just various things. It's a lot more that I have to explain on top of that, and every time I need to explain something, it's like explaining something new, whereas like I may not get a game that like River or Fyndir play, but when they describe it to me, I can understand what crafting is in a video game, so like I don't need to know more details, or like they don't have to explain more of it unless it's like part of what they're complaining about, but like they don't need to tell me what gathering and crafting is in a video game. I inherently know what that is, so they can just say, oh, this game has that, or survival mechanics, or stamina meter, and I know what that means. Having to explain to my mom what the fuck a stamina meter was for peak or anything, very confusing. It's even sometimes hard to explain it to my dad, who does know video games, because he's not played anything new unless it's a Marvel game, so he doesn't understand anything that's come out since like the N64. One's Michael, one's Buble. God damn it. Thought you were serious for a second. How can I enjoy
ban that user for being lewd.
Oh my god. Love classical, especially TSO. I'm not sure what TSO is.
Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Oh, thank you. I do know them. I just never heard them abbreviated.
I'm not sure if I would call them classical necessarily, but okay.
They do like classical, like variations on classical music, right?
Yeah, again. Just I don't know. Maybe I'm being silly about the meaning of the word.
Oh, I have no idea. How can I enjoy a slice of toast if I know death is imminent? Her loss, not mine. Oh, for Fallout Boy had stupid light novel sounding titles. Yes, yes. How can I enjoy it? Yes, that is exactly Fallout Boy. I was like, I'm never going to remember the name of this song. One of their songs was like, the lawyer made us change the title of this song for something, something, something. I don't remember. And I'm like, God damn it. I'm not going to, I still don't remember it. Fuck ass titles, yeah. Never gonna remember. I think ultimately if you care a lot about someone, you'd eventually want to get into their hobbies to some extent, even if you originally didn't care as much. Right. And I have seen some couples that never get into each other's hobbies. And like, I always wonder, what do you have in common other than a safety net? Because like, you don't spend time together. You don't like, my mom's dated some people that really like sports. My mom does not. And they really watched them. They didn't have the same, they didn't like watching the same TV shows. They didn't like the same, well, music was just, I think, like a side thing anyway. But they didn't like the same types of musicians. They didn't like anything of the same stuff. And like, I didn't understand. I mean, they didn't work out, so maybe, you know. Although I think my mom said the reason she overlooked a lot of that was because she ended up realizing how much she loved, you know, either their kids or whatever, you know, a certain aspect, and it wasn't necessarily the person. And she's, you know, had to go to therapy to realize that. But like, I don't know. I don't understand my dad and his boyfriend at all. But I do think a big part of that is safety, and they don't know what they'd do if they weren't together. But like, they do go on vacations together, but even on vacations, they do different things. They don't do the same things together. Like, I'm postponing that again. My dad's boyfriend's super into gambling, going to casinos, and my dad is not. My dad's all about seeing, like, he went scuba diving and stuff, and doing, like, jet skis by himself. Like, he just does a lot. They do stuff on their own. On vacation even though they're both on a vacation together. And it's like, I don't understand. Like, I understand if, like, obviously I'm going to a theme park, River really doesn't like it, so I'm not going to make them go because they're afraid of roller coasters. Fair. Like, there's, like, the one thing here and there. But every time they go on vacation, I'll be like, oh, did you do that too? And his boyfriend will be like, no. I'm like, did you do anything together? Other than just exist in the same room on the boat? Like, weird to me. Super Bowl on Peacock Sunday, Woo Sports. Some people are like that. And, like, I feel like you should have someone else that also likes that with you.
You can't say that word.
Peacock?
No.
What?
The S word.
Super? Or Sunday?
Super was part of it.
Oh. It's not one word.
You have to say the big game.
Oh. Our lawyer made us change the name of the song so we wouldn't get sued. Thank you. And then for the baby ears in this chat, I'm like a lawyer with the way... Baron? With the way I'm always trying to get you off. Was that really? One of the titles too? That doesn't surprise me, so... No, Baron's laying down now. Super bowel. You're saying opposites attract? Sometimes. And I get that in terms of personality. I just don't get that in terms of interests. Does that make sense?
You know how, like...
Aaron made me stop spraying by hitting my mouse with his tail. Sorry, continue.
No, what else is Baron doing?
Still hitting his tail on my desk, and I hope he doesn't hit my mouse again. Continue.
You know the classic boomer theme and meme that comes up all the time is how much they hate their partners?
Yeah.
This is why.
Yeah.
They did, like, having things in common just wasn't as much of a thing as far as I can tell.
It was just, I find you very attractive, and I'll suffer through anything, I guess. Until I realize that's not enough. Or you do suffer through it, Well, like, no joke. I'm assuming it was a joke, but my dad straight up said about this last time I visited, straight up his boyfriend's right next to him. I say boyfriend, husband, right next to him. What my dad was saying, he's past his expiration date. He's lived too long. I'm like, huh? Like, I'm sure he was just trying to, like, get a rise out of his husband and be a little shit, because that's what my dad does. But, like, I don't know. That would fucking make me really sad, to be honest. I couldn't be with someone who thought that way. Weird. Just weird to me.
I mean, to be fair, if you described me as past my expiration date, I would agree.
And that's why I don't, because I don't agree with that. Because you're not. You have been so lucky and fortunate to have lived as much of your life as you have, and I'm grateful to have any more I get with you. No matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
That is not an expiration date.
We're saying the same thing.
Disagree.
I fell down.
One implies something else. That kind of boomer humor always baffled me. Then why do you marry someone you don't even like? I feel like it's not even that it's humor. It's their way of being honest. It's their way of, like, a cry of help. You know what I mean? Like, they're being honest, but they gotta laugh it off because they don't think they can do anything else, you know? They don't think they have any other options. I think my dad does value parallel play without realizing that's what he values. But, like, you can still parallel play with the same interests. Like, him and his boyfriend aren't... Like, me and River parallel play. We're on call together while we're both playing our own games. So that way we don't have to, like, yell across the apartment. But it's still, like, side by side in a way, even though we're doing entirely different things. Fyndir, too, and... Well, obviously we can only be on call. But, like... With my dad and his boyfriend, they're in entirely separate rooms, not ever talking to each other, doing entirely different things. They sleep in different rooms. They don't interact. Like, they're just... like roommates. They were roommates. The joke, it's true, though. What time is it? Okay, I suppose I should be barren in a minute here. I'm just going to finish doing what I can reach here. Completely understandable. Sometimes happens, sometimes not. Yeah. Easily removed stickers not covered by the law. Just make sure you're safe, and that's all I care about. NFL trademark the name. I forgot. Sorry. That doesn't surprise me.
In casual conversation, I wouldn't bring it up as anything other than a joke, but technically this is a broadcast, so...
No, that's fair.
I don't fucking know what the real rules are. I just know it enough to be scared and cautious.
No, that's valid. One of my exes was huge into the big three theater emo-ish kid bands, so I learned about Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco, and MCR because of him. Fair. I love them. Or at least, like, old music from them. MCR, still fucking amazing. Don't know much about Fall Out Boy other than they did try, like, NFTs or crypto for a second. And everyone's like, what the fuck? And then I didn't hear about it again. And then obviously we've heard stuff about Brendan Urie. But in terms of, like, the music I really liked those bands when I was in high school, college, and still love like, I know a lot of those songs by heart still. Still love them. But yeah. Green Day as well. Stuff like that. Any of the emo bands. Because me and my friends were all emo. I know a lot others, like obviously Bare Naked Ladies. And I would say System of a Down. I don't think that's quite emo, but it is alternative. Rock. Whatever you may call it. But yeah, we gotta take a break. River scared of roller coasters, big mood. River scared of heights. So yeah. Like if it's low to the ground, I don't think River would care, but anything that's heights related, not for River.
Hope they don't look down.
Don't look down. So, one of the better moments.
Because they're tall.
For better or for worse, yeah. Because they're tall, yeah. All right, we gotta take a quick break because Baron needs some food. And also an ad's about to play. So, you ready to take a quick break, Fyndir?
Yep.
All right, we'll be right back, chat. So get up, stretch, hydrate, do all the things you need to do. I'll play some music, even though you'll hear a bird every once in a while. And we'll BRB. I muted the wrong thing. There you go. Now you can hear. And we're back, chat. Hello, hello. Oh, that song was just about over, but that's fine. Hi, everyone. Also, bye, Dragon Rana. On that terrible, horrible take. They're new metal adjacent. I bet you would too. Have a fun cat and chat. Thank you so much, Dragon Rana, for hanging out. You take care of yourself. Oh, yeah. Keep forgetting new metal as a term and genre. Same. I also have a Cliff Bar, but I also need to take some painkillers because
And what did you bring for me?
you can share if you would like.
What flavor is it?
Blueberry almond.
Oh, I'll try a little.
Baron got food. We'll see if he will want it when he comes in. Or if he'll want to, like, cuddle. Oh. I don't know what on this roof is still yelling.
I think... You see the, like, square bits at the side?
Yeah.
I think, like, the front of them that goes off the roof counts. And that was hard to get from on top, so it's possibly one of those.
Oh, thrust. You may well also ask why wash down the water facilities when they are purely legacy and not involved in the day-to-day operations. Oh, that just went away immediately. No more text.
I mean, I guess someone might ask that, but I'm just paid to wash stuff.
Yeah. I don't need to know.
So, like, I don't give a shit.
Well. That happened. I could probably wash from here if I do an extender.
Yeah, because lower down is rain rather than roof, for sure.
Yeah.
But, like, the little squared off bits seem to all count as roof.
Yeah. Yum. Garlic mashed potatoes? That sounds good. I think partner person I'm dating even made a joke about me being past my expiry date. I nearly instantly cut things off. Yeah. Like, it's a different vibe of, like, a joke of, like, hearing a bunch of stuff they've been through and you're like, damn, I'm surprised they're still alive type of thing. But that's not the vibe I was getting from my dad and his husband. It was more of just, like, they were kind of talking about legit who's going to outlive who. And then, like, his husband's like, why am I past my expiration date? My dad's like, because you have diabetes. It's like, okay. I don't know. I'd be glad that, like, my partner isn't suffering from that. Oh, weird. Oh, nice. Can I make it? Nope. Damn. I don't know. I tried. How did I not finish? Hello? Help. There we go. My God. That's just so mean-spirited in the way it was said there. And it's not that, like, sometimes a partner can't say a mean thing here and there. I'm sure I've said a thing that has hurt a feeling or two. And so has Fyndir, so has River. But like then we realize of like, oh, or we communicate, hey, that by the way hurt my feelings a little bit, and then it's like, oh, I'm sorry, didn't mean it. But like, I don't know, that's just not how they
I'm an
are.
innocent babu.
You are, baby. So innocent, so pure.
Yeah.
Oh, I fell. Eh. Yeah. Just bizarre to me. Oh yeah, specifically, I mean anything using the term expiration or expired, yeah. I thought there was one more ring, but I guess not.
Is that just because you really want the opportunity to fling it back on them? Like, well, I guess my interest in you just expired.
Oh my god.
I guess this relationship is past its expiry date.
I
And
mean,
then, like, storm off dramatically.
I
Because if
mean,
that's it, I totally respect that. I just want to be clear.
oh my god. I'm tremendously bad about speaking up when something is hurtful, but like, if I don't know the person well enough, I just cut them off or block. Well, I mean, specifically like a partner. Like, I have an interest of this relationship continuing. I like being around you and stuff, but that specifically was hard for me because of whatever trauma I may have or how it just rubbed me wrong. And yeah, it does take work to be able to communicate that. Nice. Whereas me, I've gotten good at that because my mom always told me, hey, tell your friends if they like hurt your feelings. So I've gotten really good at that. I know that's not everyone's thing. Like I know River has been like, oh, just like don't bring it up. Actually, a lot of my friends have been like, don't bring it up. It's fine. Like it's not important enough to bring up. But it's like if it hurt your feelings, most likely if that person's a good person, they didn't want to hurt your feelings. So they will hear what you have to say and hopefully try not to in the future. Like obviously mistakes will always happen. Fuck! Still can't make that. Mistakes will always happen, but if they really care. Huh?
What were you trying to make in this scene?
The jump to this pillar thing. But I already moved it, so it's closer. I was trying to get up on top of it, but I tried sprinting from the top of the water thing and then the top of this, but it wasn't close enough.
That one. Okay.
Yeah. Uh-oh, I didn't sprint. Oh, made it anyway. Yeah. But what's funny is your thing is block and move on, whereas most of the people in my life have been like, don't bring it up, it's not important enough, but we'll still like be around you. And it's like, I never wanted to hurt anyone's feeling, please let me know. Or feelings. Because if the person is a nice person, they never wanted you to have your feelings hurt in the first place. And if they did, then that's a different thing. And yeah, fuck that friend. They're not a good person, good friend, if they don't care about how what they said hurt you. But in my experience, if they're a good person, they won't react that way.
That's why it's important to detect evil on your friends at the
if you're high
earliest
enough level?
opportunity. Yeah, like obviously you can't necessarily do it straight away, but you know, if you've been around them for a while, you've probably had time to level up.
Oh my god.
Or pick up a scroll or a wand or whatever.
Oh my god. Well, like I've had to encourage of just like, if I know someone's feelings are hurt, like they're like, when this person said this, it really hurt my feelings. I'm like, tell them. They probably don't know, and they need, so that way they don't keep doing that, thinking it was fine. And if they're a nice person, they will adjust.
They should adjust, just like a healer.
It's like a humor?
A healer.
Oh my god. wild tank take.
Hashtag healers adjust.
Oh my god. My son is coming back. Can I spray
Whenever
this
people
in?
say that, I am tempted to just be like, adjust the what? Stop fake posting.
Oh my god. Stop fake posting. Alright, Bear. Okay, good. Because I didn't want to have to figure that out. Tanks adjust. I will let your ass die, yeah. See, my toxic trait is trying to get to the tank and then die trying to do so because, like, in Peak, I will go and try and save a friend and die in the process instead of recognize it might just be better if they died. Also,
Yeah, you
Finchland...
could learn.
What?
I was going to say, you could learn some lessons from Mr. Silk.
Is Mr. Silk Emmett Silk? Elmet?
Yeah. How many Mr. Selks do you know?
That's fair. Comeback of work expired is hilarious and cool. I just get weary of people who treat stuff like their partner's dying and getting injured as a joke. Oh yeah. Like,
That's fair.
me and River, when what, like, you know, if I've been in the ER or whatever, or we're worried about a health thing, we might make jokes here and there to make each other laugh about the circumstance, but we know we're not serious and that it would be like devastating for either one of us if it was true. Like, or we'll like make jokes about, wouldn't it be so funny if it was true type thing, just to kind of make each other feel a little better about the situation. But I don't know, once you get to know someone, you know usually what's okay and what's not.
Comes up when you're like doom scrolling WebMD.
Yeah. It's like that kind of stuff. Or like, you know, me and River laying in the hospital, we were trying not to laugh when I was laying in the hospital bed or ER bed. For whatever reason here and there, like when I was just recently just making sure some of my symptoms weren't as serious as I was worried they would be. River was like joking about something, I don't know if it was about me or something about the circumstance we were in, the bed I was in, I don't remember. It just made me laugh, and I'm like, I really appreciate that. Like, if there was a serious situation happening, there's always something we could like laugh about or joke about, because obviously I don't want to be freaked out, stressed out the whole time. But I know that River's just like, we're laughing about the situation together. We're not. River wouldn't at all be serious about it, which is why I'm like clarifying of when it was said by my dad, it sounded very not jokey. I don't know why, but the explanation you gave absolutely fried my brain and I don't understand. Wait, about which thing? I guess I'm too used to people making about themselves or just not remotely getting the hint. Wait, for which? Sorry. I forgot. Not the doom scrolling WebMD. I'm really good at that. Mostly because also, like, doctors just feel like if they don't know it right away, they just give up. It's really frustrating. So it feels like I have to figure it out myself. After getting a haircut yesterday.
I was sharing a Tumblr post I saw earlier.
Oh no. Since me and my mom already went to Walmart, I asked her for some comfort food, got the small cups of mashed potatoes. Nice. Beef udon. Nice. No, Baron, this is mine. Not Bear. Not Bears.
Well, I
And
thought
pork
it
dumplings.
was bears.
At some point you talked about you were raised being told to not bring things up if it made you uncomfortable. No, I was raised to say that. River's always like never brought something up if it made them uncomfortable. My mom raised me to bring stuff up. Like I always, if something makes me uncomfortable or anything, my mom would always be like, tell them, because my mom was a therapist. So like obviously she'd be like, communication. So I'm used to communicating when something makes me uncomfortable because I have that experience. Whereas I know that's not most people's experience.
I think for me, there's a step missing there that
Yeah.
that makes that confusing.
Yeah.
How did your mum know about the problem to begin with?
Because I would tell her
To tell
everything,
you.
because my mom gave me
Oh.
that space.
No,
That's
that's
not
weird.
everyone's. Yeah. Again, therapist.
Don't-
I knew
don't-
I could tell my
don't
mom
tell your
anything.
parents stuff.
Even if I would vaguely, weirdly, like, dance around it, because I didn't necessarily want mom to know who it was, but I still wanted advice, but she knew who it was. You know.
No, don't tell them stuff. They don't need to know.
I mean, Fyndir knows just how much me and my mom share. Although, like, my mom shares a lot more with me now. But, like, you had to hear me and mom on the phone when she called recently.
Yeah, that was fun. It turns out if Kat's mum calls, you'll
Yeah.
just get ignored for like an hour.
I told you I'm sorry! And she apologized repeatedly, too. I tried hanging up with
know.
her, like, twice. And then she got distracted telling me something else.
Yeah.
And then Fyndir fell asleep.
Wow. I can't
Hey,
believe
you called me out.
like that. I
You-
can't believe you would call me out
Uh-huh.
like that.
Anyway, no, it's fair to fall asleep when I was on the phone. But yeah. Your mom sounds great. She is a great mom. As I've gotten older, obviously, like I completely love the way she's raised me. I have no qualms about how I was raised or how she was as a mother. As I've gotten older, I've obviously realized the faults of ADHD that impact her life, which is not her fault. It's just, you know, I've realized how much that is something that she has a constant hard time with. Like, you know, if you're having a conversation with my mom, she might be on the phone the whole time and not actually be paying the most attention. But she just has a hard... I at least know now why, whereas when I was a kid, I just thought she wasn't interested in what I had to say. But she did. She always paid attention. When it was serious, my mom always paid attention. What's funny is, like, sometimes autistically, I just need to get the words out. I don't even care if the person's listening. I just need to finish explaining my hyperfixation. So the fact that my mom wasn't the most tuned in didn't bother me at all. She never, like, made me feel bad for it. She just, like, gave me the space to talk even if she didn't seem the most present. Whereas my dad would, you know, say, you talk too much, or, like, obviously be like, okay, I'm enough of hearing about this. Like, I'd much rather have the space to talk about it even if the person's not listening. But, like, I never really, like, felt like my mom didn't listen when I was a kid. It's just, like, as an adult, I realize a lot of these things. Or, like, how my mom, when she's super comfortable with you, because you're her daughter, may be way more lax as a visitor and not really the most considerate of her surroundings that she's been living in. She's been much better at this apartment, but when we were at the townhouse, my mom's not the most cleanly person. Again, when I was a kid and she was a mom, wasn't a big deal. It's just, you know, when it's my space that's independent now as an adult, I'm like, so,
Interesting theory about that, actually.
huh?
Just what you brought up there about it being better.
It's better, but it's
You're
still
the-
prevalent with me versus when she was, like, at her sister's, where she was way more aware of what she could and couldn't do. I think it's more because she's comfortable with me. But, yeah, is it because it used to be her place, you think? Fyndir?
What? Oh,
Is
sorry, I thought you were doing the whole conversation, so.
Oh, my God. Stop. Continue. Menace.
Yes, that was what I was going to say.
Yeah. Okay. I have a problem with ADHD where I like to predict where the conversation's going. I'm sorry.
I know, it's okay. I love you.
I love you too. So my mom is great as a mom and for raising me. Like, I always said, like, if I ever had a kid, I wish I was, like, half the mom my mom was to me. But yeah, as an adult, there are things where I'm like, Mom, or she can be stubborn about certain topics, or we take a long time to get to the conclusion. Like, I've had to have some long talks with her about how her perspective may be unique, or she is she knows what she feels is problematic, but doesn't know how to not view it that way. So we have to have a really long conversation about it. I will say, though, she is willing to have that conversation, and we do usually get to a place where she's like, oh, that makes sense. And that's really nice, because that is not a thing usually people get with their parents. So, like, I am grateful for that. But obviously, we work on our relationship, and if I am upset at my mom for anything, like, hey, you left this out, or hey, you didn't really, like, consider how, like, this could affect the cats, and they can't have that around them because your cats might be fine with it, but my cat will eat anything, you know, stuff like that. We've worked on that relationship to have that communication, so we still can have a good relationship. And because she's been so open, we're able to. But yeah, it's work. I have to actually communicate to her when, you know, I'm not okay with something, and she usually listens. I don't think she's ever not listened. Remembering is a different villain, but she will listen and adjust. You just might need to remind her in the future because ADHD, which I get. Like, she needs to be reminded, hey, don't put the toilet paper on the toilet paper roll. Don't leave the lid to the toilet open. Baron will play in the water. Baron will destroy the toilet paper roll. Which is stuff she doesn't have to worry about at home, so it's just stuff she needs to be reminded about. It's fair. Maybe we should do more thinking about that myself.
Never, ever a reason to leave the lid open.
A lot of people don't close the lid, but I watch Mythbusters, so I can't ever not.
A lot of people are wrong.
Yeah.
Like, it should be closed when not in use.
Yeah. Or just even when you flush. Please close it when you flush.
Yes, that counts as not in use, the way I was meaning it.
Oh.
I understand how that was unclear.
No, that's fair. So yeah, my mom may share a lot with me now, but she never did until I was like 20s or older. And like, I'm okay. Like, she also did ask several times before oversharing in the beginning, like, are you okay hearing this? Like, I don't want to overshare, because she's very aware of oversharing when that's what her mom did with her when she was a kid, and she would never want to do that to her kid. And I'm like, Mom, I'm an adult. I don't give a fuck, and also I'm nosy, so tell me. So, like, obviously now she tells me a lot more, and I don't care. I don't care about the TMI. We don't really have TMI easily, but that's not people in most of their families. And again, she waited till I was well over into adulthood before sharing anything like that. What?
Again, just entirely different.
Yeah. Most people don't have that experience. Yeah, railing's done. Let's go. I'm stuck. Maybe I should do some more about that myself. For what? Talking over people, predicting what they'll say can be common with ADHD. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what you're talking about? Yeah. Because I tend to finish people's sentences, especially if they sound like they're struggling with a word. I tend to anticipate what that word is. But I've grown up my whole life with, like, my mom, who also does that, so we did it to each other. And it wasn't, like, seen as, like, interrupting or anything. It was, like, helpful. Because, yeah, we were struggling to find the word. But that's not the case for some people at all, which I have had to learn. Because, obviously, like, Fyndir doesn't like being interrupted, and I am really bad about it.
There's also just, to my mind, there's a difference between offering up a word that you think someone is struggling to think of or say
versus a sentence.
Versus, yeah, like that.
Yep, like I just did. Which is so hard not to do, because, like, it's me showing I'm listening, and that, like, I get it. Wait, hold on, sorry. Thrust Industries. You may further ask, is this alleged facility in any way linked to Muckingham's alleged water shortage and the mayor's alleged mining rig? I'm sorry? At this point, I'd probably ask you to wind your neck in and get on with finishing the job. It sounds like you want to share this information with me. Okay, they're done. But yeah, I don't see it as like I see it as me showing that I'm listening and I get it. And it's also me helping me with comprehension, because the more I engage and ask questions or finish a sentence, the more I'm understanding what's going on in this conversation. Or you can easily correct me if I'm wrong, because sometimes I am wrong in the trajectory of what you were trying to imply. But from other people's perspective, it looks really rude and it's not great. So it's a hard thing to constantly be aware of, especially when you don't realize you do it. Night, Evie. You take care of yourself. You go see your baby. Have a lovely evening.
Bye, daughter. Take care.
Have fun. Enjoy the time. Oh, the railings are gone. I'm guilty of predicting sentences if I know the person semi-well, been trying to cut it out. Yeah, I'm still obviously notoriously bad at it. If I realize I do it, I say I'm sorry. It's very hard for me to realize I'm doing it. Because the only person who ever has had a hard time with it with me is Fyndir. So it's just trying to realize that I'm doing it with Fyndir. And it's practice that I'm bad at.
I think it's probably very similar to why I don't like talking over people and tend to try not to do that and try and let them finish speaking, which at times, especially in our group calls, has led to me just not talking for like 10 minutes.
I know, and I don't like that.
And then one of you goes, "Where's Fyndir?"
Yeah. Because we don't want you to be quiet. You can talk all over us all you want. Because, like, obviously yours is from your own experiences or traumas of you don't do that, what you've been taught, or what you've had to learn based on someone's reaction. Whereas I've been told you don't get a word in unless you interrupt. So it's like, sorry, I'm having more treats. As someone with mild to moderate stutter, my ADHD mom drives me insane with incorrectly predicting the words I'm trying to say. The reason I can be incorrect, and that's important, I feel like, to know right then, because if I'm incorrect, I need to know before you start explaining even more, because the problem is I'm not getting what you're saying initially, and you keep explaining, once we clarify the context and then I'm understanding what you're talking about, I need you to re-say everything you just said to me so I can reframe it in my mind. So I'm trying to anticipate that not happening so the person doesn't need to repeat everything to me. But that's not always clear with how I go about it. Okay, I think this is all underneath and I need like... Well, I can reach with this. I have a few statistical reasons to think I may or may not be ADHD, but not sure at this point. I'm also not sure if it's worth it because I'm not in school anymore and don't think it'll do much to help me at work. That's fair. That's why I always say, like, I understand people not getting diagnoses if you don't need accessibility in your workplace or school. However, I don't think it's a bad thing to ever, like, figure out what you need for yourself in your day-to-day life or relationships, because sometimes it can help better explain stuff. I do find that saying it as like, oh, I didn't get, like, sorry, I'm having a hard time paying attention because I'm ADHD, may not go over well because people will be like, well, you can just pay attention. Like, they don't understand it. Or I have met people who do use it to not necessarily try to do better, which isn't great either. I just use it as a reason to why I struggle, but it doesn't mean I still don't try. Like, now that I'm actively aware that I was doing that with Fyndir, when he starts talking, I was staying quiet until he was clearly done with his sentence there, because, like, that's what I need to do. I just also may forget in the future, especially when I get too excited. It's a problem that I need to work on. It's not something that other people need to just deal with. You know what I mean? So obviously mindset is a different thing. Not that it can't be exhausting to mask or change things up for other people. It can be, and you do need a space where you don't need to worry about things because it can be exhausting and stressful and add to stress. But I think it's always good if both individuals will accommodate each other, neurotypical and neurodivergent, or different neurotypical type or neurodivergent types. Like, obviously, Fyndir and River being autistic, me being autistic and ADHD, I am very different from them in how I present certain things because I also have ADHD. So we accommodate each other differently, and that's important. Just like anyone who's neurotypical should accommodate someone who's neurodivergent, as well as the neurodivergent person figuring out how best to communicate with the neurotypical person. It's a give and take. It should be a give and take. It's just like respect, you know? Oh, yeah.
Oh, part of the underside of this counts as frame. That's why I was confused.
Oh. Oh, you're cleaning like that big thing over there, right?
Yeah, so like most of it is like large underside and stuff.
Yeah.
But there's little bits around the edges that count as frame.
Oh, yeah.
So I was seeing like the frame unfinished on top and getting confused because
Like, what the hell? It's clean.
when I went and looked under, I didn't see it at first
That makes sense.
because I just saw the other parts.
That's rude.
But yeah, come look at the bit I finished.
Let's see Fyndir's beautiful work, chat. Oh, that looks so good. So shiny.
Well, I say finished. There's probably still a couple of little bits, but most of it is done.
There is a panel right here, but I don't know where's dirty.
Yeah. Like there's like ridges in between every single part as well, so I tried to go over it all, but
I was going so slowly when I was doing it, and even then I still missed some spots. Oh wait, no, that's not even that one.
Yeah, that's the trim around that panel, and
there we go.
yeah. So anyway, yeah, I was gonna move on to the underside and stuff next.
Nice.
Since someone took over the water tank job after saying they were gonna focus on the solar stuff.
I didn't realize this was a solar panel. That's my bad. I was going on the ones on the floor. I didn't realize this whole big one was one. I think I got the rest of the solar panels for you, though.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, this is basically done. There's just, like, supports that I can't... There we go. Oh, that support is very dirty. Very hard to do. I'm guilty of oh no, I read it. Got an official diagnosis the other day. I'm officially distractive type ADHD or ADD. My psych doctor will go over everything in my next appointment and see if medication is a good route for me. Yo, congratulations though. It is very validating because I mean, they only asked 10 questions and trust that I'm answering them correctly. But like, I was considered inattentive and hyperactive ADHD. I'm like, cool. So figured, but glad to be reassured that, yep, with those questions, that's absolutely true. And I know she's talked about like, oh, are there times you want to go up in dosage? I'm like, there are times where it feels like it's ineffective, but it's like 1 week out of the month. Like it's not, there are studies, not many, done of how ADHD symptoms get worse or better depending on your cycle for AFAB people who have periods. And it's frustrating because there's obviously very little to no research on that because everything was done on men. So the problem is everyone's cycles are different and their fluctuations are different. And some people it would be more dramatic, whereas other people's it's not so much. So like the week that mine isn't as strong or like the medication doesn't work isn't the same week as someone else. So like you can't even predict that. There are probably better ways to go about it or better like medications to use to deal with that, but they haven't done the research to know that. So
can't you just like look at the moon?
Look at the moon? Oh, to know?
Yeah.
I wish. I will say I think mostly all that's left is what you're working on, but there is a little bit over here. I saw for a second. But she was like, we could go up, and I'm like, I think if anything, I would like restart over, because that's what, if you hit the cap and your body gets used to it. I think for Vyvanse it's 70 milligram. You would have to like cold turkey and then like start at a low dose again to get your body to stop being used to it, basically. And that would suck. But I'm like, I don't think I'd go. I think I'd rather do that than go up more, because I definitely noticed that because it's a stimulant, my average heart rate goes up. And I don't want it to go up any more than it already does. I think all that's left is what you're working on.
But why don't you want your heart rate up? That's good for you. That's
Yeah.
what exercise do.
For limited times, not your resting
More heart rate up is more better.
Which also depends on your cycle, I've noticed.
It's like you're exercising all the time.
Because my heart rate will be a lot higher the week before than it will be the rest of the month, and it sucks. Keeps me up and I fucking hate it. Shiny. Better late than never. I mean, yeah.
I mean, if you just close your blinds and keep the moon out.
Yeah, just hide from the moon. You'll be good. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Can I? Not from here. Oh, kind of. Damn it. Homophobic. Keeping me from jumping up there. Ah. Eh. Yeah. Okay. Getting this bar as clean as possible. I don't. Does it all count? No, these are separate. I'm trying to crouch. It won't let me.
Sounds like a skill issue.
It is. It's annoying. What else is dirty? Ah. Oh, in here. There we go. Yeah. Fuck. Not to derail, but I will derail. Go for it. We are not talking about anything right now, just vibing with the power washing. Stardew Dev announced there'll be 2 new romanceable options for the new big update. They're doing more updates to Stardew? Damn. Because aren't they doing the, like, Chocolatier game? Haunted Chocolatier?
Yeah, that's probably fake.
Oh, okay. More updates? I'm surprised. They haven't revealed if it'll be new or pre-existing characters. Oh, I guess that makes sense of, like, having, because not all of them have been romanceable, I guess. I always forget that. Who even would anyone want out of the non-dateable? Or, other than Leah.
We've been over this.
Or
Robin.
apparently Dimitri. Did I say Leah? I meant Robin. Redhead, sorry. My bad.
Okay.
I meant Robin.
Yep.
Please be Marnie. She needs to get away from that scumbag Lewis. Like, those have such inherently story-driven plots that I'd be surprised that they do allow those. And then anyone else is, like, either too young or too old.
What about the fisherman?
I almost said Willis. Is his name?
I think it is Willie.
Willie. Okay. So, I mean, I was close. Fish. Maybe Linus. Maybe Linus. Willie romance? I mean. Someone probably wants it.
In the valley, straight up romancing it. And
They already did Krobus, technically. I love you.
I love you too.
Marnie just deserves better. I don't disagree. I'd just be surprised that they would change enough of the story for that. But they could, I mean.
What about, is her name Sandy? It probably is, the desert shop lady.
Oh, I don't remember. She cute, though.
You kind of like, you don't really get to know her very much.
Yeah, she's
So, like,
red hair,
they could
right?
expand on that.
Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Like red, not redhead. Sandy, yeah, I love her. I think I liked her design a lot. Is the wizard romanceable? I feel like that'd be problematic.
I don't think so.
Just because of who he's suspected to be. Spoilers. My actual pick would be a very tired, angry retail cash register lady at Joja Mart. See, I've never had Joja Mart to ever. I could not have Joja Mart to know who that would be.
What do you mean have Joja Mart?
I thought you have to like go that route to have it.
No, Joja Mart's always there. Shane works there.
Oh, we just never
So
went
does,
in there. Me and Kita never went in it. I don't even know where it is on the map. I don't think.
Top right of the town.
Okay.
Like,
Like by the
north stroke
caves?
above the blacksmith.
Oh, okay.
No, it's in the main town. Like,
I don't know. I thought of the
street.
caves as kind of main. Like they're right above the town.
Right, but I'm saying the town screen is that one screen. There's no
got it.
loading transition.
Oh, I don't
Or
remember all
whatever.
those transitions, so that's just on me for not playing much or remembering. Ooh, I can stand on this one though. What the fuck? Is it shaped? It's like shaped the same. How the fuck? Anyway. I don't know how I did that. But whatever, I did it. The wizard is not romanceable. Okay. See, I didn't think so, but also that might be weird. So if you go into Joja
Why
Mart,
you think it would be weird?
you see my Shane, my baby girl, McCory. About that type. You can also see at the very bottom of Joja Mart, a tired cash register girl looks a little like Penny. Okay, is she in the town otherwise?
Nope. I believe that's one of the NPCs that just doesn't exist elsewhere.
Leave me and my type alone. Says the one who constantly talks about my pipeline.
Well, that does seem very personal.
McCory, respect yourself. There are a lot of people that love
If you want
Shane.
to respect yourself, then respect the cat who respects the
Aww. So true. Alright. Yeah. Oh my god, we're almost done. Yeah, it was just this left. Eh. Can I jump in this one though? No? Okay. What the fuck though? Genuinely. Ah! Yeah. It's in my way. Come on. What else? Well, that, but that's not what I was trying to get. Got it! Yes! We're done! Hell yeah. Look at all that work, chat. Look at all that work. Oh my god. It was so much. We did it! I must commend you on the quality of your work. Remarkably, the panels have increased in efficiency beyond the levels achieved directly after installation. Many thanks. Many thanks. We won't hesitate to contact you again should we be in need. Although I would ask that you dial down the questioning during any future opportunities. Anna, I wasn't saying a goddamn thing. But we do need to take another break before we continue the next one anyway, so...
Do you think you're getting so mad at Anna because she reminds you of your dad?
Asking questions, saying I talk too much, even though, like, I didn't say a thing. Yeah. Constantly gravitating back to Shadow the Hedgehog in some ways, objectively funny, and I support this. Yeah, no, that's why it's funny. He objectively ends up pretty happy on the farm, as opposed to a majority of options who have to abandon their dreams in some regards. Yeah, yeah. I feel like that's just a inherent problem with a lot of them. I don't know. I've worked really hard on a lot of my relationships my whole life. I don't want someone in a video game that's a lot of work too. You know? Video game just relaxing. Nah, it just should happen. And I don't worry too hard about it. Because real life, I understand that's not how it works. But I want it in my fantasy. But we gotta take a quick break. Might as well do it before jumping into the next one. But yeah, we finally finished the Muckingham Files 1. Hell yeah.